now we're back for our second episode where we talk about miners in the blockchain ecosystem. So we talked about blockchain in the last episode.
Yeah.
Now we're going to look at how do miners play a role in all this?
So briefly, before in the previous episode, I've mentioned that there was an incentive being given out to miners, right? And back then, in 2008, miners were given and rewarded 50 bitcoins per block for every successful transaction. So in 2008, a lot of people were mining a lot of bitcoins back then. Right.
So if you were one of those early adopters and you have mined it and not thinking that there might be value today, I know there's a lot of you who have mined it before and I was like, oh no, I don't want to put my hard disk anymore.
Trust me, Eugene, I had a friend, we were gaming, we were doing this thing called massive player online role-playing games, right? So while they were playing games, they were actually mining bitcoins. I know of a gamer who owned 600 bitcoins back then. He's finding his hard disk at this point of time.
There's so many different stories on the internet where people dump their hard disk, someone's like digging through the landfill. And it's very interesting to see how actually this value of Bitcoin actually came about where previously it has like almost nothing, right? It's like you play a computer game and you get gold in Diablo or WoW, and then today I tell you, hey, actually your WoW gold is worth something. So speaking of worth something, actually miners do get paid a lot when they mine. So you may have heard people talking about China mining farms, you know, that they actually earn a lot of money. Can you tell us more about how you can actually earn money through this mining thing? And how does mining work?
Yeah, so mining has two components. You can either, the most traditional way is actually just go to Amazon and buy a S9 miner, Nth miner basically, and you can plug it into the computer with the source code. It's free on the internet. You can search for the Bitcoin source code and program your computers to mine Bitcoin. Well, that could be done with one. However, I have personally seen factories of the size mining Bitcoin, the size of Tampines in Singapore. So it's something that you need to compare yourself with against the big players at this point of time. For you to earn a small little amount of Bitcoin, at this point of time it's only what, 12.5 Bitcoins per block. So you won't be able to actually compete with these big players in China.
So the point is, if you are thinking about mining Bitcoin in your home, you can forget about that. 70% of the mining hash power is in China. There's somewhere in Russia. So why I say that to forget about that is the way mining works is all these various CPUs or mining rigs will be crunching numbers. That's what mining does. Correct. It's actually proof of work. It was actually stated in the early working model where Satoshi put forth this model where he wanted to emulate the mining of Bitcoin or the value of Bitcoin to that of gold, where the stored value and there is a limited supply and it requires hard work to produce, right? Resource produce. So for miners who actually dedicated their resource, their money and time to getting these machines to mine. And what is mining? Really, it's just about crunching numbers, algorithms.
Correct.
And once each set finishes the algorithm, that set gets the reward of 12.5 BTC. Now, if you're going to have one set at home versus, say, a China factory the size of Tampines,
a few thousand, okay? A few thousand.
What are the odds that you are going to get at 12.5 BTC? And
the miners, the pool miners are mining at petahashes, guys. When you buy back your machines, it's only in mega hashes. That's in layman terms, your megabytes versus your petabytes, basically. That's a huge difference.
So every time there's a transaction on the blockchain, remember we talk about blockchain, right? Two-person transacting, it goes onto the blockchain. This transaction is put into the network where all the Bitcoin nodes, right? All these machines, these mining machines, will get to work. Crunching this number.
Exactly.
So that's how they sort of validate the transaction. They do the tough work and to sort of governing the authenticity of this transaction and storing the ledger. For that, they get paid in Bitcoin.
And not only just that, every time there's a transaction, there's a miners fee as well. So the miners do gain some sort of small reward.
There's also the debate on scalability and scaling, but that's not for the beginners. Okay, cool. So you've heard of blockchain, you've understood something about miners hopefully and their role in this whole ecosystem. Next, we're going to look at how Bitcoin gets its value.
Okay.
Well, until the next episode, this is Leslie and Eugene signing out.